So there is two names that we need to take note of after reading the latest chapter of The Promised Neverland. We have Lord Bayon, hopefully that's how you pronounce it, and then we have Lewis, which is the one that wants to hunt after Emma and have like a challenging hunt. So these two are obviously going to be very relevant, and we need to make sure we take note of these names because the property is owned by Bayon, and the person that is going to be probably the most deadly demon out of all of them is Lewis because he loves the thrill of the hunt, and he loves where an opponent wants to fight back. And so this lets us know that he's definitely going to be going after Emma, going after Ray, and the man with no name. He is definitely going to be the big obstacle for them to overcome. And maybe, potentially, depending on where the story goes, he could end up being maybe like some form of in-between good guy and bad guy, maybe, depending on where the story goes, because if Emma and Ray and all them promise to break the promise and all of that, you know, the actual link and all that between, you know, the demon and human world to actually make a bridge, then maybe he might want to help them out for that. That could potentially happen. Who knows? But for now, though, let's talk about what this chapter was hinting at. So, I can't be the only one. I know for a fact that I just cannot be the only one, but when there apparently was a dude that wants to see Emma, many in their mind are probably thinking, that's Norman. Has to be Norman. And let me explain why many would obviously think this. Because number one, let's think about when Norman was shipped off. When he was being shipped off, his face was of utter shock. It was a very different expression than what we probably expected from him. Because he knew what to expect. He knew what was coming. He got to see firsthand what was about to happen and all that. So he knew what the demons looked like. He knew what they were going to do. So it wasn't necessarily like, why would he show a shocked face when he knew he was about to die? Why would he do that? Why would he act like that? It just doesn't make a lot of sense when you really think about it. So in that moment, it made many question, like, okay, obviously something happened. Something very different had to have happened to Norman compared to the normal children, because he was taken into a room, he was waiting for a bit, and then that was it. We saw a shocked face, that was it. But why would he be shocked? The only thing that many could realize or think about was that maybe he got the opportunity to be a scientist or something. Maybe he got to be one of those researchers, because we do know for them to be making children and all that, since they genetically make them and all that, then most likely they need dudes as well. And so he could possibly become a researcher or something with the demons, and that could have saved his life. That's what many were assuming, and I could agree with that theory. It does make a lot of sense. However, with this latest chapter, there is a new theory that obviously pops up, and that is that Norman could potentially be alive because of the demons shipping him. And what I'm getting at is, apparently, this, this aristocrat, this Lord Bayon, he is someone that actually orders from the farms. He orders live children, okay? He orders them. So this means that he doesn't have to go through the process of, the children dying and then getting them in a jar or whatever. He doesn't need to worry about it. He actually gets them live, and then he can free them on his, in his garden, in his farm, and basically he can do whatever he wants with them because it's his own area, his own land. He's allowed to do whatever he wants. And so this does let us know that there is civilization and culture, different types of culture for the demons. Now, we already kind of knew this, but this once again concretes the fact that demons definitely have their own motives. They are definitely not out for each other. Like, for instance, not all working together. They all have their own motives and what they want. I mean, this is clear as day, especially with this chapter, seeing how many of the demons have their own ways they want to hunt, humanity. And so this shows that they're not all going to work together. They all also hold their own secrets. So this does mean that there could potentially be very good demons, not necessarily all, bad, demons in the series. So someone like, in this chapter, what we could see that for them to be able to get live cattle or, humans and bring them in, this does let us know that not many actually knows about what's going on here. Probably the top tier politicians and stuff probably don't know about this, or, the farms don't really know about what's going on with these children. They're just shipping them out because they're a big buyer, and since they're technically, a farm, they're making children and all that, obviously they're just in it for the money. I mean, they're a business, they're making money and all that, so that's what's really going on here. So, yeah. I just wanted to point out the fact that it's clear as day that now that we see this, the more we do know that there is different civilizations and beliefs, and there most likely is a group of demons that probably believe in keeping humanity safe, not killing them off or something. They're actually good people. I mean, something similar to what we have in our, today's society. Probably something like that. Anyways, getting back on topic though, Norman though, he is potentially still alive because he could have been ordered by the demon, Lord Bayon, and brought in to be harvested, and he managed to get away somehow. That could have happened. He could have been able to get away, and he's now out in the wilderness somewhere else. Or, the person that wants to meet Emma could be the man with no name's friends. Now, we do see a glimpse of them. Apparently, Lewis, he actually remembers, the man with no name's friends. He was the one that hunted him in the first place. So there's definitely going to be a setup there for the man with no name going up against him and having some closure. But anyways, though, it's clear as day that maybe potentially one of them could be alive. They could be alive. And so that would mean that they might have found the shelter, or at least one of them might have found the shelter in Goldie Pond, and that's where they've been staying. And maybe the dude is actually an adult just hiding. That could have been the case here. This could be what's going on. Or something else that we really don't know is going on. Who knows? Anyways, though, the last thing to talk about is also the person that Emma met knows about the farms. And apparently, majority of the kids that are there do not believe anything. For instance, they don't really know the truth of the world. They just think like a strange creature, monster came in and, snatched them away from their families. That's what they believe is going on. So they really don't know the truth. But this kid seems to know the truth. So that lets us know that there's someone there that obviously is feeding this information to some of the kids, which could potentially be the man with no name's friend, or it could be Norman, one or the other. So I just wanted to point that out. So anyways, that's going to end it there. The chapter overall, very simple, and I like where it's going though. I like how it's building it up. I like how Emma is going to be, a big contender in this arc with this dude Lewis and all that. I wonder if she's going to be able to take him down, or if the dude could possibly become an ally if, he finds out what Emma and them are trying to accomplish. We'll see where it goes, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love you all. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. If you like this video, please leave a like. Please be safe. Chibi out.